Question 4 from JR Pleasant. It's going to be, how often do you train your midsection? And is there any specific exercise you like over others? So in the off season, I try to do my abs 2 to 3 times a week with consistency, especially if I'm doing all season cardio. I just bang it right after my cardio. Very simple. When I train back, specifically my lower back, I will always do some sort of lower abdominal movement just to get that pump out of my erectors and into my abs. And then I typically always do hanging leg raises for that, to answer that specific question. Now, I've had people do as much as abs every single day if they really want to build that muscle tissue, because I view it like any other muscle. You can train it as long as it's recovered. If it's sore, you cannot train it. So let's say you go in there and you smash some machine crunches and some hanging leg raises, and then you do some V-ups and maybe a plank, and you wake up the next day and I said, hey, let's train abs 5 days that week. What happens if I'm sore? I cannot train it. To me, that's stupid. It's not recovered, it's not ready for more punishment. It's like any other thing. I wouldn't train my quads if they're sore. So I can't train my abs if they're sore. Once you build up that muscle recovery, and you also build up that muscles, what I will always refer to as training capacity, then we can look to increase the frequency of it. So I would start at say 2 days a week, see how your recovery goes, and then build off of that. I've trained my abs as much as every single day in the pre-contest period, but the only reason I did that was because I was lazy in the off season with it and I was trying to play catch up. I don't recommend that. Pre-contest, 3 to 4 times, then you're good. But they need to be very focused and deliberate. So you wouldn't go in there and just and do bicep curls haphazardly. I'm gonna do them with intent and purpose. So abs are no different. You have to work just as hard on those as you do your back or your legs, your hamstrings, whatever main muscle group. It's just like any other muscle. I have to train it with purpose, with focus, and a plan. So let's get into some exercises. For lower abs, all day long, I like V-ups and hanging leg raises. Now, you can do those elbow supported, you can do those where you hang from like a pull-up bar. Obviously the ones where you hang from a pull-up bar is gonna be a little bit more challenging, but those are the two go-to for me as far as lower abdominal exercises. Then for crunches, I just like regular laying on your back crunches, nothing fancy, but at the same time, I wanna blow all my air out, kind of vacuum, then fully contract, hold that contraction for 2 seconds, and then come back. And then I'll do like some machine crunches, personally for me, because I don't have really dick fence abs, so I don't mind a machine crunch. If you have that blocky, thick abs already, I will do nothing but body weight abs. You don't need it. You just simply need to stimulate that muscle. And the main reason to stimulate that muscle is to help protect your lower back. If you have thick, blocky abs, they're gonna show when you're lean. So you have to think about those intelligently. And then finally, a topic that we'll touch on really fast here. If you notice, I didn't talk about any oblique training. If you're doing this for physique enhancement, meaning the way you look without a shirt, whether you're on a bodybuilding stage or at the beach, I don't want my core to go this way. My midsection doesn't need to go this way. And if you build that muscle, they're gonna get thick. And I do not want that. So what I like to think about is I want to practice vacuums of sucking my TVA and hard contracting it and then pulling my obliques in. I want those muscles to be very, very thin. If they're thick, it's always going to give you a blocky midsection. That's one of those muscles that I specifically never train on females. You just don't need it. So you see all those people doing this weighted side bends and side crunches and side planks and all that stuff. To me, that's all garbage. That's not gonna burn that fat you want to go away. You do that through cardio nutrition. If you want your body to go this way, we have to lose the fat, and then we have to work the front side of our abs. So those are my go-to exercises, sets and reps, 2 to 4 sets per exercise, and then I like higher rep range, so anywhere between 12 to 25 reps for abs.